everybody. Happy Wednesday to you on the second day in October. We are getting ready to start Virginia this morning, the area's only live local talk and entertainment show. As I like to say, this one-of-a-kind program is pure infotainment. I'm Amy Lacey. Kristen Lars is here with me today. Hi, Kristen. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Infotainment. I hadn't heard anybody use that
lately. It's information, it's entertainment here, infotainment.
I love when the words mix and match together.
You know, it's kind of fun.
It is fun. Well, happy High Point Wednesday, of course, to you, Amy, and it's always nice to be here with you.
And GSTEM is a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to empowering youth, primarily girls, to pursue STEM careers by providing them access to educational resources, mentorship, and real-world experiences. The founder and president, Latoya Mayfield, is here to tell us more and to share details on their upcoming event. That's a great program.
Looking forward to that, of course. And get this, I'm going to be headed outside today. Hey, the Richmond Veg Fest turns 21 this year. You have the chance to come on out and enjoy over 100 vegan-friendly vendors plus entertainment. Chrissy Vandenberg is the executive director of the Vegan Action Vegan Awareness Foundation, and she's going to be making us a chicken salad. That's still to come on our live show. Lots of options for vegans and vegetarians these days. And with some of the calories that you'll be saving by eating that vegan salad, you may want to splurge and enjoy a sweet treat. I know I do. Pastry chef India is here to make her 24K apple pie caramel cupcake. It sounds so good, and we cannot wait to see how it all comes together. That is coming up. And the display looks so beautiful over there.
It is gorgeous.
Well, it's now time to check in with CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton. Good morning. Hey, Tom. We'll try to save you a cupcake. Can't promise you anything.
That's all right. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. Thing is, I probably won't remember. By the end of the show, like something. They were supposed to save me something.
They were supposed to do something.
Yes.
I have to say, Tom.
A cup of juice, a coffee, or I can't remember. So, all right. Anyway, good to see you, ladies. Happy to see you both. At least it's not raining. This is the first rainless day or rainless moment we've had in quite some time. Although still a lot of clouds out here, and we're expecting a lot of clouds that linger in and out the day today, and potentially tomorrow a lot of clouds too. But at least the pattern is shifting a bit. That Helene remnant is moving out into the ocean, and now we're just left with a good deal of clouds around here. There's Independence Golf Club, 67 degrees right now. Temperatures have not really done much yet today. I think we started about 65 or 66. North breezes at 7 miles an hour. Mid-60s all around the area. There you go, find your spot. And off to the west, a few showers working their way over the mountains with a cold front, and a couple of those may survive this afternoon or evening out to the west. Now, we could get a little sprinkle or a patch of drizzle here and there today, but we're not expecting widespread rain by any means. And as that front gets closer, it's going to trigger a couple showers to our west. So we'll take you through the afternoon. You can see Interstate 81, a couple scattered showers here, Rockingham, Shenandoah County, down around Augusta. And then you can get some into the Albemarle area, maybe green and orange a little bit there, and down south around Nelson County. That's into the late afternoon and evening hours, and then just some light showers still out there, potentially overnight tonight. Outside of that, tomorrow's going to be dry as well, but I think we're looking at mostly cloudy to partly sunny conditions tomorrow. So we're not looking at lots of sun here, but at least we are working our way out of this. Mostly cloudy today, 75 for a high. Put in that little chance for maybe a little drizzle or a patchy sprinkle, or even the showers for the folks out to the west later on today. And that's what we'll talk about for the nighttime forecast. Mostly cloudy, a few showers west, about 60 for your overnight low temperature. All right, the next few days, still looking dry, a little bit warmer tomorrow. We'll look for a high of about 79 degrees, a little more sun for us Friday, near 80. Overnight lows near 60 for the weekend. Saturday, 81, Sunday about 78. And then our Monday into Tuesday time frame, we'll get a shot of some cooler, dry air coming in. And that's going to be a fairly chilly air mass. We're looking at a daytime high of only 71 on Tuesday and 51 Tuesday morning, which means there'll be a lot of 40s for your overnight low temperatures. Now, I remember a few weeks ago, Stanton and the Valley had some 30s already, so it's not going to be super new for us. But in this trend of temperatures now, we're going to drop into the low 50s into early next week. So another kind of change coming as we transition here into these autumn months. All right, that's your forecast, Virginia, this morning. We'll continue right after this.
Sunshine, that is you. Thank you for spending a part of your morning here with us on Virginia This Morning. It is our midweek edition, and we certainly appreciate you being here today. I'm Amy Lacey with Kristen Lors. Hey, Kristen, I understand today is also a very special day for you personally.
It is very exciting today. Hello to you and to everyone at home. It is my daughter's birthday.
Yay!
Hennessy, my daughter, is turning 4 years old.
Hi, Hennessy. Happy birthday.
So we, in this picture, just went up to Wintergreen a weekend or two ago, and we were celebrating, and you know they had all the fall feels out there.
Yes, they did.
I was like, oh, let's take a cute little picture, and she can't help herself but to just jump around, throw her arms up, dance around, just so
As
happy.
she should, about to turn 4. She should be dancing around like that.
Absolutely. Looking forward to what 4 brings. She started preschool this year and loves it. Loves her brother, loves playing. She's fiercely protective of him.
Love it.
The two of them have a great time. So I'm so glad that we could mention that. Thank you.
Yeah, well, happy birthday to you, too, because as you know, when you become a mama, your life completely changes. Your priorities change, your responsibilities. So it's a special day for the mamas, for the kids, for the families.
For the family. You are so right.
It's a year of growth for everybody.
That's what it is, and we're looking forward to another one.
Yeah. Well, Chrissy Vandenberg is the executive director of the Vegan Action Vegan Awareness Foundation. She's here in the CBS 6 backyard weather garden, and she's going to make a chicken salad and tell us all about the 2024 Richmond Veg Fest that is coming up.
Chicken. I'm excited to see what that is. Pastry chef India is here to make her signature 24K apple pie caramel cupcake. Wow, that sounds amazing. The gold garnish on top is beautiful.
I can't wait to sink my teeth into one of those. And there is so much more coming up for you to enjoy.
And right now, it's time to make you a winner.
Okay, right now, caller 6-342-5745. You win 4 tickets and a parking pass to Albemarle County's signature steeplechase event, the Foxfield Fall Races. It is this Sunday, October 6th. Once again, the number is 342-5745. Good luck.
Well, looks like a lot of fun. But before we head to break, let's check in with our friends at Bryant and Stratton College.
This segment is sponsored by Bryant and Stratton College.
As patient populations and healthcare needs continue to grow, the nation is still trying to identify, attract, and retain adequate numbers of trained, qualified healthcare professionals. Bryant and Stratton College's Richmond Campus Director Beth Murphy joins me today to talk about how the college has become a premier staffing solution for many of its local healthcare partners, and about a special lunch and learn event that they're hosting in just a few weeks. Thanks for being with us, Beth.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We do hear about these staffing challenges in healthcare. What positions are most in demand right now?
What positions aren't in demand? Healthcare, which is such a broad field. We see shortages in the clinical, in the office, you know, on the front line, behind the scenes. So it's a very broad area, which kind of makes it cool for people who want to enter it because they've got a lot of things to pick and choose from.
There are both clinical and administrative positions. How do you help students navigate which path they should maybe move towards?
A lot of times we think of healthcare just as that person that's in the hospital that we see. And you're right, there's so many elements. There's the office work, there's doctor's offices and hospitals, but there's also like needs in jails, for instance, for healthcare. The way we help people navigate is sitting down and talking to people as individuals. If you call the campus, you might say, hey, I want to study X. We're not just going to sign you right up. We're going to bring you in and talk to you and say, okay, you have an interest in this, but let's talk about why. And, you know, do you like working with people? Are you comfortable with blood? Those types of questions, so we can truly get you on the right path.
I did speak with you in the past too. You have a new nursing certificate program. Tell us the details of that if folks are interested.
What a great entry into the nursing world. We now offer the nurse aid, which after you complete that 7.5-week certificate program, you're ready to take the certification so you become a CNA. And CNAs are in huge demand, especially in our assisted living, nursing home facilities. And Bryant and Stratton College believes so much in CNAs that we guarantee someone who has their CNA credential automatic entry into our PN program. So again, it's a great way to get that nursing education going.
And then those partnerships that you have out in the community. Bryant and Stratton College has a lot of healthcare partnerships that then help folks find employment when their education is done. Talk about the importance of those partnerships.
Our employers are awesome. So they impact things like what we offer in the classroom, what's in our curriculum, but they provide clinical sites, internship experiences. They come into the building and talk to students about what they're hiring. And then, of course, graduation. They have jobs for our graduates because our graduates are staying local. And so the employers recognize that they're impacting their future workforce by working with us.
And you want to connect the community with resources and the programs available with a lunch and learn. Tell us those details.
So on October 16th, we're having a lunch and learn with select specialty hospitals. And this is somebody you may not have heard of, and yet they have 100 locations across the country. So I think it is great for current students, prospective students, or just our community to come in. You can learn more about Select Specialty Hospital, but you can also learn more about Bryant and Stratton College and the healthcare field in general. And I would be remiss if I didn't add that on that same day, in the evening, we're just having a general after hours where people can stop by and learn more about us.
And just quickly tell us, why Bryant and Stratton for healthcare? Why should someone reach out to you about the programs?
If you look at our NCLEX pass rates, which are public knowledge, if you look at where our grads are working, you can see that we are doing something right. We are filling a need, and I hope that you'll consider Bryant and Stratton College as a way to pursue your healthcare dreams.
Beth, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming here to Virginia this morning.
Thank you.
Bryant and Stratton College has their Lunch and Learn events happening October 16th from noon to 1:30 and 5:30 to 7 at the Richmond campus. For more information, give them a call at 888-839-1718 or visit the website bryantandstratton.edu. Connect on social media too. Virginia This Morning returns after the break.
This segment is sponsored by Virginia Housing.
It is Welcome Home Wednesday, presented by our friends from Virginia Housing. This week we're talking about down payments and closing cost grants. What are down payments and closing costs? Are they the same thing? The short answer is no, they are not the same thing. A down payment is a percentage of the home purchase price you must pay that is not financed within the mortgage loan. Closing costs are the fees and charges associated with purchasing a home, such as loan origination, credit reports, appraisals, title insurance, property surveys, real estate taxes, and recording fees. That is quite the list.
Wow, my goodness. These payments and fees, of course, add up, and saving enough money for them is one of the biggest homeownership hurdles for many people. But Virginia Housing, of course, can help. They offer both a down payment assistance grant and a closing cost assistance grant. These grants are free, so that means no repayment.
Just think, you could be building equity and wealth by buying your first home. For more information, visit virginiahousing.com/homebuyers. You can find more information at virginiahousing.com/homebuyers. And for more information on other home buying resources, visit virginiahousing.com. Of course, Kristen, Virginia Housing is a great resource here in our community. There are a lot of things to consider, especially if you've made the choice to purchase your first home. They have a blueprint in place to help, and that is certainly reassuring.
Of course, because buying a home is one, if not your biggest investment.
Yeah.
All those fees add up. I can't believe we named so many: credit reports, appraisals, title insurance, property surveys, real estate taxes. It just seems like they stack up, not to mention the down payment you have to save up for.
The down payment, if you look at what the cost of buying a home is right now, 20% of that is quite a bit. Wow. So that can be daunting for a lot of people. Knowing that grants like this are available in the community, that's just that allows you to pause and breathe a little bit and makes the process simpler.
At least you can talk to someone about it, and Virginia Housing is that resource that's here to help.
Such a great resource in our community, definitely helping many folks when they're going through a process that, how many times do you do it in life?
Right,
so
just a couple.
It's great to have,
maybe once.
It's great to have someone holding your hand during the process. Well, it is time for another Virginia This Morning giveaway. Ooh, Halloween is in 29 days, and you don't have to wait to enjoy things that go bump in the night.
Caller 6 right now to 342 5745 wins 4 tickets to Howlow Scream at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. The number again, 342-5745. That's the number to dial. Good luck to you.
And stay tuned. Virginia This Morning. We'll be right back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
This segment is sponsored by GI STEM Incorporated.
The acronym STEM, of course, stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. GSTEM is committed to providing access to educational resources, mentorship, and real-life experiences. Here to tell us more is the founder and president, Latoya Mayfield. We welcome her to Virginia This Morning. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
What a wonderful organization you are as the mom of maybe a budding scientist. She's about to turn 7, loves science, loves math. It's wonderful that you're out there and you're doing this for girls.
Yes, absolutely. Like, we want to make sure that they know that they have a space in this field and that they can do all the things that are necessary for them to be successful in it.
Many of these careers have historically, women have not been represented as much, so you are paving the way for the next generation.
That's all it's about, paving the next way and just making sure that they have all the resources that they need to succeed.
So what is this event that you have coming up, and how can folks out there get involved in it, and if they have a budding scientist at home, get them involved?
Absolutely. So this actual event this year is called Thinking Big with Big Data, okay? And we're focusing this year on manufacturing specifically, and we also call it Thinking Big 2024, where we're allowing students to be able to interact with professionals, and we have workshops and just different aspects of manufacturing so they can see themselves in the field. So this year we're actually going to welcome 300 students, high school specifically for this program, to be able to engage from Petersburg and Richmond Public Schools. And this is going to be exciting because it's going to be at the Science Museum, and they'll be able to speak to different organizations. I mean, some of our sponsors, we have some awesome sponsors this year. Our title sponsor is Smurfit Westrock. They're a sustainable packaging organization. Our presenting sponsor is Microsoft, and we have others like Topso, Dominion Energy, Kings Dominion, Genworth that are all supporting. We have many others awesome sponsors that are also going to make sure that this event is successful. And the thing that is so important is that the students are able to actually connect with their learning in school to real-world applications, and that's just really exciting that they'll have this opportunity.
It brings what they know to life, so they see it all around them when they're walking down the street inside their own homes.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And this program's for high school students, but what are some of the others that you offer the community?
Yeah, so we do a lot of programs that's specifically for girls. So this Thinking Big is for boys and girls. We call it our G-STEM Pack, and this is how we impact the community. But then we also have our G-STEM Week that focuses on 8th through 12th grade, girls specifically, where they see only women that look like them that's in the field to say, hey, listen, you can do this. And we talk about the challenges of going through being a woman in this field, but that it's possible and that there's others that are supporting you in doing this type of work as well. And so other things we have is like our G-STEM Connects, where we connect professionals to the students. And this one is also for boys and girls. Just saying, hey, look, this is what I went through. This is the challenges that I had, but let me show you how to actually get to the next level. Because sometimes I think when I was coming through being a STEM professional, it kind of felt like it was a secret, right? Yeah. Like how to get through was a secret and no one was telling you about those challenges. Or, okay, say for example, you didn't do well on that assignment. It's okay. Yeah. You can get through that, and we can help you get through that, and don't feel like you're discouraged and now you're not capable of doing it. You're more than capable, and this is how. And so we encourage you to really support us, and also if you have students that are in middle and high school that are interested, contact us. Let us know. We will be excited to help them.
And you talk about that mentorship aspect.
Absolutely.
I would think that that is the part that it's so important if you are a young person and you are interested in this, having that adult who has already walked that path can get you on that path.
Absolutely, and utilizing their networks and help you see, okay, I'm interested in this, let me try it out. Oh, I'm not sure. After I tried it, I'm not really sure if that's something that I want to do, but I may want to go this way. And saying, hey, you can. And that's something that we really focus on, is making sure that we walk them through the journey, and we're walking them from late middle school all the way into their career. Not stopping in high school, not stopping in college, but walking them into that career.
So what are some of the professions that your mentors, your adults that are involved in the program, what do they represent?
I mean, every part of field, I'm sorry, I said field, STEM, right? So my background is in science. I went into more of the biotechnology route. We have chemical engineers. I mean, we have even in math, like business analysts, like looking at different careers that have a STEM base that you don't normally think of as a STEM career, but they are. And really showing them, hey, this field is broad. It's not narrow, it's broad. So there's so many things that you can do. And outside of those normal career paths that you know about, there are others that are out there that can really show you that, hey, I have this strength, but I didn't realize that this strength is really great for this field. And how do we bring your interests and your strengths together so that we can help you down that stretch?
You might even be able to find a career that you didn't even know existed.
You didn't know.
Or that you can utilize that type of a degree in a place where you wouldn't necessarily think that STEM is taking place.
That is so true. And you see a lot of people transition. Maybe they have a different type of degree that they didn't think could walk into the STEM route. You're seeing people pivoting, right? You're seeing people either getting certifications, or they didn't know that that degree still works because they have this skill set. And you have that skill set from this degree that may not be a STEM degree, but it works perfectly in that field. And so just really being able to show the kids that you have endless possibilities and opportunities in this field.
You are helping them connect the dots.
Connecting the dots.
And get to where they want to be in life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love it so much. I love your enthusiasm. Thank you for bringing it to Virginia this morning today.
Absolutely. And also I would like to say we also have something for nonprofits as well. So we have an event on the same day on October 7th. So the morning event for the kids is from 10 to 2. The networking event for professionals is from 4 to 6. And this is the way that we're actually allowing nonprofits connect with our community partners as well as our corporate partners, and really give them the resources to say, hey, look, we understand that you're here, you're doing important work, but we want to support you with our resources as well as amplifying that mission that you have, but also saying, hey, look, we're behind you every step of the way. So this is a free event. If you're interested in backing nonprofits and seeing how you can make a difference, whether you want to volunteer or you want to donate, or you just want to be a part of that networking conversation, we invite you to the Dewey Gottwald Center. Again, that's from 4 to 6 p.m. You can register right now on our website at www.gsteminc.org. You just click on the events tab, and you'll see right there, it'll say Thinking Big Networking Event. We invite you to come through.
Love it so much. Thank you for being here. Here's some information for you too if you weren't able to catch everything. GSTEM presents Thinking Big 2024 on October 7th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is that event for the students. 2301 West Lee Street right here in Richmond. For more information, visit gsteminc.org or call 804-585-9879. You can find them on social media too. Now let's send it outside. Kristen is there.
We are outside enjoying the backyard weather garden. My goodness, I can hear the fountain over here. The elephant ears are so big. Everything is beautiful. I'm joined with Chrissy Vandenberg, Executive Director at Vegan Network, and we are going to be making something out here today. It looks quite as green, a chicken salad.
That's right.
We're also talking everything 2024 Veg Fest. We'll see you on the other side of the break. And welcome back. We are in the Backyard Weather Center, and we are talking everything 2024 Veg Fest. The festival is this weekend. I'm joined with Chrissy Vandenberg. She's here, Executive Director of Vegan Network. I almost said Action, too, because I feel like somewhere in there we mentioned that as well.
Yes.
Yes. So we're here, we're gonna be making a chicken salad because there are so many great options out there at the Veg Fest.
Yes.
And we're gonna be talking about some of them. So we can go ahead and jump right in. You can tell us about some of the ingredients that you have, and we'll start talking about what we're putting together here while talking about what people can expect this weekend at Bird Park.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get
So
started.
this is a, like you said, chicken salad made with plant-based chicken. There are a couple different companies that are now making chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, chicken patties, really high in protein, really easy. So these you can put in your oven, toaster oven, air fryer.
Great
and make these
alternative
really
here.
quick. Great
but still very
alternative.
tasty.
Still very tasty. We've got plant-based mayonnaise by Hellman's, which is really great.
Love it.
We've got some other spices and some things that we're going to add in here. And at the Vegan Action Table, we're going to be sampling this chicken salad at the Vegetarian Festival all day. So please make sure you stop by for that.
So many things are going on at the festival, not to mention some of the cooking demos. There's live music. I saw a couple stages that people can attend.
Yes.
And it's all happening Saturday.
It's all happening
Bird Park is such a great location. Outdoor.
It's so beautiful. It's such a great central location for folks. Easy parking, lots of parking available, and it's just a really beautiful space. So it's really, really nice.
What if you're not necessarily vegan or vegetarian? Could this be a learning experience?
Yes, that's what
for
we
someone?
want. This is a festival that's not just for vegetarians or vegans. We want everybody to come out. And last year I had a lot of great conversations with folks that aren't vegetarian or vegan, and they tried some things for the first time.
Yeah.
So a vegan sloppy joe, there was a vegan pork sandwich, there was a vegan banh mi. So there's more vendors at the Veg Fest this year than have been ever before.
Okay, because there are so many more options that are available now.
So many options. We have so many great local businesses, some out-of-town businesses coming, and it's just a great time to have some entertainment, try some new food. There's tons of nonprofits at the festival, so a good way to connect with local and national organizations that are at the event, get some new information, meet new people.
And the best part is it's free.
It's free.
Free to attend.
It's free. And there's a lot of people that give out free samples too, so that's always a bonus.
That's great. That's the best part. All right, let's get started.
Let's get started,
please. Yes. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your vegetarian vegan journey as you're making some delicious salad here?
So when I was in college, I got involved in animal welfare and animal rights, and learned a lot more about factory farming and kind of what goes on to raise animals for food. And as an animal lover, I made the decision that I didn't want to participate in that industry.
Right.
So in 1996, I decided to go vegan. And it was a little challenging then. The options were not as easy to find.
Right, I bet they weren't.
So there weren't lots of restaurants with options. There wasn't. There weren't huge markets with lots of different alternatives to meat, dairy, eggs, that kind of thing. So that has gotten really easy. It's great. But yeah, it's really about my love of animals and just kind of this goal of trying to do as least amount of harm as possible for animals and for the environment.
It's also a could be a healthier choice as well.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So a well-balanced vegan diet is incredibly healthy, and if done properly, can reduce risks of heart disease, some types of cancer. There are some people that have reversed their allergies. Diabetes. So really a switch to a diet with no animal products or byproducts can be really, really beneficial.
So it could be a lifestyle change and also a commitment that you've made.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
We are a lover of animals here too, so I understand.
Yeah. So yeah, it took a while. I grew up eating meat and eggs and dairy products, so it took me a little bit of practice to learn how to cook.
That's a good word to use, the practice and how to do it. Right.
And try new things. And so now I would say I'm a pretty good cook.
All right.
I've
I can see that. This already looks delicious.
Taken a lot of time to learn and experiment. This is a recipe that my friend April came up with. She actually used to have a small restaurant called Hang Space.
Okay.
And this was an all-vegan restaurant, and this is one of the dishes that she created and served there that she was nice enough to share. And she'll be there at our table on Saturday helping to share these the sample.
And we were talking about earlier, looking at menus now, you go out to eat and it's a little bit easier to find the options that are available.
So much easier. Yeah. So, you know, restaurants are really, really thoughtful, many restaurants, about not only creating vegan and vegetarian dishes, but labeling them properly on their menu.
Yes,
so that's
very important.
That's made it so much easier to go out to eat and enjoy getting out to restaurants with friends and family.
I think we've talked so much. We're just under 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We are whipping it together, but you can see the final
product. I do
product.
have a final product here, yes. So I have the ingredients here, but really quick and easy. I mean, this is something you can make in under 10 minutes.
Love it.
High in protein, healthy, easy, delicious, great thing to share with crackers, celery, some toast.
Because we love our carbs too.
We love our carbs.
And we love that it's topped with a little bit of garnish here, also mixed in with the cranberry. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And this is the 21st annual Veg Fest, so it has been around for a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the largest on the East Coast, largest Veg Fests.
And let's give you all the information.
Yeah.
It is the 2024, here it is, Richmond Veg Fest. This Saturday, October 5th, from noon to 6 p.m. It's at Bird Park. Come on out and enjoy. Of course, you can check out our website, virginiathismorning.com, for more information. And as Chrissy and I were talking, the parking should be easy for you out at Bird Park.
Absolutely.
And it looks like it's going to be a wonderful, beautiful
weekend. It's going to be
weekend.
perfect weather. Yeah, we can't wait.
We can't wait. Amy, we're going to send it back into you.
Thanks, Kristen. Of course, Veg Fest, always such a great time here in our community. VCU Massey Comprehensive Cancer Center is celebrating 50 years as a leader in cancer research, innovation, and patient-centered care. And CBS 6 is helping to recognize the tremendous milestone. Join me as I host VCU Massey 50 Years of Unwavering Care, a look at the past, present, and future of the center and its impacts on the community. That all airs tomorrow, Thursday, October 3rd at 7:30 p.m., right here on CBS 6.
This segment is sponsored by Welcome Home Financial Partners.
Maintaining your lifestyle in retirement. For most pre-retirees, this is the goal, but economic conditions have left a lot of Americans scratching their heads, trying to figure out how they're going to afford their current quality of life when their paychecks stop. Joining us now are Ralph and Tim Short, the father-son team with Welcome Home Financial Partners, a Richmond area firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Ralph, it is terrifying for a lot of people when they've had that paycheck come for years and years and years, and then it stops. That's called retirement. What do they need to be doing to make sure that it is a happier experience?
Well, number one, I would say for most people, you should be scared when your paycheck stops, because guess what? Why did you work all those years? Just to pay your bills, just to do some of the things that you want to do, take care of your medical expenses. And guess what? None of that stuff's probably going to stop even in your retirement. So you have to figure out where your paycheck's coming from. Of course, you have Social Security. You might have a pension. You might have a 401k that you can draw off of, because eventually you're going to have to withdraw off your 401ks or your IRAs because the government forces you to, whether you want to or not. So I think the biggest thing for most people, they just need to understand how this process works for them. What are they trying to accomplish? Because it's not a template that you can just say, hey, I'm retired, everything's going to work just the way I want it to. You have to be prepared. Like I tell people, almost have to be like a Boy Scout. You've got to be prepared for those things that's going to happen to you in retirement, just like it did in your life before you retired.
Getting prepared, that is the key, but what are some missteps, Tim, that maybe people make that they aren't even aware of as they are doing that planning process?
Well, really, they're not aware of what they're currently doing, right? So talking about a 401k, if you've worked for a particular company for 40 years, you probably haven't changed your investment strategies or your investments that 40-year period, right? So are those still going to be the same that you need in retirement? More than likely not. But people often overlook the fact that you're going to need income in retirement. And that's what it's all about now. It's It's not about this big pot of money that you've accumulated. Now it's about, hey, how do we take the distributions out? How do we still fund our lifestyle? Because nobody wants to retire to sit at home, right? If you work 30 or 40 years, you want to make sure that your golden years are as golden as you can make them.
But I will also say to a lot of people is that one of the things that we see when people come in, they do not realize that they're going to have to pay taxes in retirement. It doesn't matter what your age is, whether you're retired or not. As long as you're making income, you're going to have to pay taxes. What are your medical costs going to be? A lot of people are unaware that their Medicare may go up because they're making too much money in retirement. So those are some things that they need to be aware of, and that's the process that we go through with our roadmap to make sure they understand what's going to happen.
How often should someone reevaluate their plan? Because maybe what you decide to do in your 20s is not what you should be doing in your 60s.
Everybody needs to understand that point, because like Tim was saying just a few minutes ago, when you're 65 years old and you still have your investments the way you were at 20, in case the market does go down, do you have the time to wait until it gets back up? Those are some things that you need to be aware of.
And as you get closer to retirement, it needs to be more frequent, right? So if you're 20 years old, you pick some investments, hey, guess what? We've got a few years, something happens, you know, we can tweak, we can do this. But as you're getting closer to retirement, you want to at least revisit this at least once a year, right? And if you have a current financial advisor and they're not at least doing it once a year, then you need to seek a second opinion.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Ralph, so much. And you have an offer because you want to help folks navigate this process.
Yeah, so the first 5 callers from today's program, if you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, we'd love the opportunity to bring them into the office and create their very own retirement roadmap, and Amy will do it on a complimentary basis.
That is fantastic. We really appreciated talking with you today. This is such important information for everyone at home. So for you at home, again, if you want to make sure that you're on track to maintain your lifestyle in your retirement years, Welcome Home Financial Partners has a great offer for you. For the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they are offering a complimentary retirement plan just for you. This will allow Ralph and Tim to sit down with you personally and provide you with that roadmap, analyzing where you are right now, and then you can discuss your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. Call that number now, 804-729-0112. Again, that's 804-729-0112. We have to take a quick break, but we'll see you in just a few minutes. Everybody, welcome back. It is time to enjoy the sweet part of the show. Award-winning pastry chef India is here to show us her signature fall-inspired cupcakes. Hi, India. Thanks for coming in. This is a beautiful setup.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So today we'll be making our 24-karat gold caramel apple pie cupcakes, which is the perfect fall dessert for the spooky season. So the first thing I'm going to have you start off with.
Okay.
We're going to make caramel, which a lot of people struggle making, but it's actually very simple. So I'll start with adding our water in, which that is a fun fact. A lot of people kind of do it opposite, where they'll add the sugar in. But we're going to add our water in so we don't have to mix our sugar.
Is this a good time?
Yep. Perfect.
I love when someone teaches us how to make something easier, because we are intimidated by making caramel at home.
It's really not that hard, I promise. So you're going to add your sugar in as well. And so since the water's in at the bottom, it'll already like hydrate your sugar, so we don't have to mix anything. And a lot of things with caramel, people like to stir it and agitate it, and that's why you kind of come out with crystally like caramel almost, or it tastes almost like a dulce de leche instead of like silky caramel. People are like, how do you do it? Just leave it alone. So we're just gonna leave it here.
I learned something new today already, because my caramel that I have tried making at home has never been all that great. So I'm gonna try your method next time.
Absolutely. And so you just wanna make sure everything's nice and covered. And so we're just gonna let that boil. Just leave it alone.
Okay, leave it alone. I can do that.
So here we're going to also make an apple pie filling, which there are about 3 different pie fillings that you can kind of do. So there's like your custards, which are like a silk pie, almost like a fruit tart with pastry cream. There are cooked fruit, and then there's cooked juice pie. So today we'll be doing a cooked fruit pie.
Okay.
So we're doing apples, but that will follow along with your pears, peaches, kind of like your hard tender fruit that have to like steep almost.
Okay.
And then there's your cooked fruit pie fillings, which are like your strawberries, cherries, blueberries, like things like that, and then you thicken it with a slurry almost.
Okay, let's talk about this slurry.
Perfect, perfect.
So we're just melting the butter.
Yep, and we're gonna brown it. That's something that kind of makes me a little bit different from, I say, well, each baker has their own thing. And I'm very big on like flavors, and I do things with intention. So as I'm doing, instead of me just adding my apples in now, I want to brown my butter so it has more of like a nutty flavor. So it kind of like, when you add your cinnamon in, it kind of complements instead of being like, just like that sugar taste.
Sure, beautiful.
So we'll see that.
And then what is the next step as we wait for the butter?
So, well, we have to make this first.
Okay.
But we can kind of start with our cupcakes, and we can get it prepped up and everything. So.
Oh, these are so pretty.
Here.
I read in your bio that you love both crafting and baking, and I see it here. I mean, everything is thought out. Just the presentation is just gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. People definitely eat with their eyes. I've learned that amongst the years, and I have you a knife as well.
Okay.
Perfect. So we're gonna start prepping our cupcakes, and I want you to cut a hole.
A hole in the center?
And we'll just make room for our apple filling.
Okay, I can do that. Wow. And then you get to, you know, have this cute little thing at the end.
There it is.
Put this here.
Perfect.
I love baking so much. It is just, it's the ultimate relaxation to me.
You can never go wrong with it. How can you be mad if all you're playing with is just sugar all day long?
And then, you know, you get to eat it at the end too.
The best part.
Which, who doesn't love cupcakes?
So we have our butter kind of browning over here. Perfect.
Okay.
So this is when we're gonna add in our apples.
Get that great sizzle.
Perfect.
This is such a great time for apples too. I'm supposed to be going to Carter Mountain this weekend to pick my own. Looking forward to that. That's always a great time.
I have to take a trip.
Yes.
So we're just gonna start sauteing our apples a little. And at this same exact time, we're gonna add in our sugar. And I have some spices here. I like to say with apple pie, be unique. Don't just do cinnamon. Apples can pair with a lot of things, so do maybe some cardamom, some ginger, kind of like those more unique spices that'll pair in an apple pie, and you'll see that it makes the biggest difference. And they might ask you at the party, like,
give it your own personality, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's just lovely.
So we're gonna give that a nice mix.
About how long does it usually take to cook to get to the consistency that you like it to be?
So we have it on a higher heat, but if you did it on maybe a lighter heat, you can do maybe like 6 minutes, and it really depends on how do you like your apples.
Yeah.
So you could do them like a little softer and cook them for longer, but I like for mine to have a little crunch. And as you can see that I did leave the skin on, only because I like that it's like, it gets tender. It's not gonna be like, ooh, crunchy, like I'm biting into an apple, but I do like almost like the grit that it gives it instead of it being just like a flat taste of just like peeled apples.
Yeah, it's very much a texture thing.
And you can already see that it's starting to make its own juice, and that's also our sugar, which is reverting to its liquid form. So it starts at a solid form, and that's the same for the caramel, that it's starting at its solid form. And when you're making caramel or apples or just cooking any type of sugar, when you're heating it up, you're just making it liquid.
Yep. Well, I know that we have to take a break now, but we are going to come back here in the kitchen. Pastry Chef India is going to hang out here in the kitchen with us, and if you want more information about her sweet treats, just visit virginiathismorning.com. We're going to wrap up today's show. Maybe take a bite out of one of these when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is where all the action is. We are ending today's show in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with pastry chef India. Her 24K apple pie caramel cupcake is on today's dessert menu, and we are just about to kind of get everything going, and then we're going to take a bite out of it.
Perfect. So to end off our apple filling, we're going to go ahead and add our slurry in. Oh, sorry. And this is what's gonna bring it all together. So we're gonna add that in, and you'll see it thicken. And there's a trick when you're cooking with cornstarch, and this can be savory or sweet. When you're adding it in now, I know it looks thick, but you wanna wait until you cook your starch out, which is maybe additional 1 to 2 minutes as it cooks. And it won't have almost like dries your mouth out flavor.
Yum, it looks so delicious.
Kind of coming together there.
At this point, a lot of people would stop, but we're gonna let it keep going for another minute as we move on. But we already have some made right here.
Very
We're
nice.
gonna
You're already
use to
prepared.
fill our cupcakes.
Okay.
Perfect.
If you had smell-o-vision,
Yes.
you know what we are loving right now.
You can just smell all of the different layers of the dessert, which is fabulous.
Perfect. So first thing we're gonna start off with, you wanna put a lot of that good apple filling
beautiful.
inside, right? I'm gonna have you guys do it. So
Okay.
watch close. Perfect. And so with this, you always want to make sure you push all of your icing down. A lot of people leave it open, but that's why we have big accidents. So we're going to go around twice.
Perfect.
And then once we have that, we are going to get another glove. And we want to put our streusel on the side, which will imitate our apple pie filling.
Beautiful. So many steps, but it is absolutely worth it, I can tell.
Oh, just on the side there like that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna snap some photos too and put these on social media. And yeah, 24K, I think this is like, 2 thumbs up right here. Gorgeous.
And we're gonna do some caramel drizzle. Always keep the hole small, and I recommend that with chocolate.
We want to thank all of our guests today, including Miss India here for this fabulous, fabulous